What happened in the previous chapter was that Mash, Lance, and Dot went to the Bureau of Magic because they were chosen to proceed to the final examination of the Divine Visionary exam. Before long, it was Mash's turn, and he was guided by a servant beast named 008. While they were talking on the way, it suddenly transformed into a giant werewolf and immediately attacked Mash. It explained that it was just ordered by its master to kill Mash. While fighting, Mash realized that 008 didn't really want to do what it was doing, so Mash didn't fight back and said that if he were 008, he wouldn't want to hurt it. 008 transformed back and was touched because Mash was kind to him even though he was a human. Suddenly, Order arrived there, and it turned out that he was the master of 008 who ordered it to kill Mash. He pointed out that he would never accept Mash because of his non-magic use. Because of this, Order began to confront Mash with the intention of killing him. He explained that the majority would benefit from Mash's disappearance. Mash wasn't listening to anything he said. Before long, Order used 008 to prevent Mash from dodging. If Mash dodges his attack, he will hurt 008 in return. Order attacked, and Mash indeed didn't dodge for the sake of 008. Order decided to end it, so he launched a powerful attack that was sure to kill Mash. Upon hitting, Order noticed something unusual. It turns out that Mash was able to dodge his attack using his extraordinary speed. Before long, Mash jumped to kick Order. He said, did Order think that he would follow an unfair rule? In the end, Mash kicked Order in the head with extraordinary strength. What's up, Onii-Chan? Welcome back to our manga recap series about Mashle, Magic and Muscles, a story that meets elements of Harry Potter and One Punch Man. So, let's start the video. As we continue the exciting story of Mash in a world filled with magic, we return to his kick towards Order. It turns out Order blocked it using his sand magic. Order counterattacked and grabbed Mash with his limbs. Before long, he trapped Mash. Order declared this to be the end of Mash and attacked him using his sand. Upon its impact, blood suddenly spattered. However, it turns out a giant hand intervened in Order's attack. Everyone there was surprised and questioned what was happening. While Order was looking at Mash, he was puzzled as to how Mash could escape his sand shackles so quickly. The immortal Kane, Renatsu Revel, appeared on the scene, and it turned out he was the one who intervened. After that, they stared at each other as if they were dumbfounded. Suddenly, Revel admitted he couldn't remember why he came there. He asked Mash why he was there, but Mash responded that he didn't know either. Because of that, Mash found him weird. Revel got irritated with himself while trying to remember why he was there. He instructed Mash to cheer for him so he could remember which Mash did. However, Revel abruptly asked Mash to be quiet because he was trying to concentrate. Because of that, Mash was puzzled. Before long, he remembered what it was. He announced that Mash is given permission to proceed to the next stage. That stage is the Tri-Magicathlon Divine Visionary Final Exam. Mash questioned what the Tri-Magicathlon Divine Visionary Final Exam is. Revel explained that currently, there are 3 elite magic schools. These are Easton Magic Academy, St. R's Holy Magic Academy, and Walkus Magic Academy. Each academy is to send their top student as their Divine Visionary candidate. The final exam is a competition among the candidates to determine the victor. However, this has supposedly changed. They suspect that a student has been infiltrated by Innocent Zero as a Walkus student. The Walkus Academy believes that might determines right. They are an elite school that values only strength, nothing else. So who else could fit there better than Wahlberg's underlings? Because of Revel's explanation, Mash seemed to have short-circuited again. Revel continued explaining and mentioned that what Innocent Zero aims for in that exam is the prize, the mark of a divine visionary known as the Wand of Beginnings. This wand is ceremonially presented to the winner as part of the celebration. But the wand is full of magic power. While explaining, Revel noticed that Mash had stopped responding. Cause of death, info dump. Revel continued explaining, saying that the Divine Visionary is a grand celebration that covers the entire country and is an offering to the gods. They can't just stop it based on a mere hunch, and they need to prevent the world from descending into panic. Therefore, they will enter Mash into the competition to protect the wand and overcome the school using dark magic. Mash stared in response. Revel said they aren't suggesting that it will be easy. The top 3 students of Walkus are no joke. and their top one, Domina Blowlive, is currently the strongest student magic user. Is he as strong as the Divine Visionaries? Or even stronger? It's hard to say, considering he might be Innocent Zero's son. After that, Mash is shown as a brainwashed, with the only thought in his mind being must destroy Dark Magic School. In the end, Revel explained that if he wins the tournament and passes the exam, he will be accepted by the world as the next Divine Visionary. Because of this, Mash seemed to come to life, with a strong determination welling up within him. He exclaimed that this is indeed the true final exam. Suddenly, Revel asked Order if it was okay with him. Orator muttered Domina's name, and something seemed to click for him. He stated that he would act alone, so they could do whatever they want, and then he left. Because of this, Mash thought that Order had backed out of their fight. Revel explained that Orator needed to deal with his own problems. Domina was reportedly the center of many bad rumors back when he was still in middle school. There are stories about former visionaries who followed Order, and before Rain, these individuals were reportedly beaten so severely that nothing could be done for them. Rumors suggested that Domina was responsible for these incidents. It was hard to believe that a middle schooler could crush a Divine Visionary, but it was said to be possible for Domina. Mash should believe him. There wasn't a stronger student magic user out there. Hearing these stories, 008 became scared. Mash commented that it seems he will be his toughest opponent. However, Revel assured him not to worry, as they knew people from St. Ars who competed with Rain last year. He would contact them, so they could tell him how they can help. Therefore, it seemed trustworthy. In the next scene, Domina was shown seemingly beating up the people Revel mentioned as Rain's comrades. Domina questioned whether they really fought alongside Rain. How disappointing. Next, we moved to St. Ars Academy. Here, it was shown how that fight started. Leveralizia asked Domina what he was doing there before the final exam. Mirville Ethane stated it was a violation. Domina explained that they didn't possess what it takes to become a Divine Visionary. It's a celebration of the divine. It's absolute. Therefore, impurities like them need to be eliminated. They wondered what he was talking about. Suddenly, he unleashed his magic on them. It immediately caused the two to vomit blood. As Domina stared, they seemed unable to breathe, then continued vomiting blood. Soon, they fell to the ground, which seemed to surprise Domina. They couldn't understand what was happening and questioned their status as Divine Visionary candidates. Then, another student from the academy arrived. This man said that Domina's answer will determine whether he can leave or not. Domina recognized him, saying that he was on par with Rain in last year's competition. His name was supposedly Kingris. He immediately attacked, striking Domina in the cheek. Since Domina didn't answer his question, he said there was no reason not to start the fight. He released his second magic called Guardian Second the Trio Fort. Lever commented that it seemed Kingris wanted to finish it quickly since he immediately used his second magic. Kingris ordered his second to attack with the Iron Mallet. However, Domina easily stopped it, much to Kingris' surprise. There should be no way he could stop it so easily. Domina suddenly asked him what he thought brought people happiness. Kingris was stunned by the question. As Domina walked, he suddenly disappeared from his sight, surprising him. Domina emerged behind him and attacked him from there. This caused him to vomit blood. Domina answered his own question and said the answer was acceptance. If they are not given approval, society would consider them unnecessary, worthless. He also pointed out that he was referring to the three of them. In Kingris' thoughts, he couldn't believe that they, the top three students of St. Ars, were defeated by Domina alone. It seemed like they had no place in that world. In the next scene, the day of the final exam arrived at the Easton Grand Hall. There was a grand celebration to begin the final exam. Suddenly, the host yelled out and explained that they were blessed by the gods with two gifts: the fierce power of knowledge and the holy power of magic. Magic is the most important in that world. Those with absolute control over magic are considered closest to God. After that, the host announced that the Divine Visionary exam would start. He introduced the participants from the three academies. Mash was shown, representing Easton. Then there was Domina and his two companions from Walkis. When St. Ars was called, no one came out. They were called again, but still no one came out. The host then said that a sudden letter arrived from St. Ars. It was explained that it stated the candidates from that academy were withdrawing. Domina suddenly laughed and said it seemed they got scared. Domina showed the destroyed wands that belonged to the said candidates, which surprised Finn. Domina asked if Easton was ready, because they would be next. Because of this, Finn was scared and thought Domina was a monster. Suddenly, Domina and others noticed something. While Domina was boasting, our protagonist was shown having a party with his friends. In the end, Mash asked Domina to repeat where they needed to be ready. And that's where this video ends. What do you think? Does Domina stand a chance against our god of cream puffs? What could be his power? Write your comments down below. If you want more anime and manga recaps, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated with new videos.